Story 35.
Surendra Singh Sangwan, an illustrious academician by Mukta Aneja. In the early 1970s, when a matric student from Haryana expressed his desire to pursue his master's degree in English, everyone thought he was being foolhardy. Surprising because prejudices against disabled people were more pronounced in those days, and the student in question was visually challenged. Society felt that the only avenues open to blind were those of canning and music. But Surendra was not the kind of person to be governed by the dictates of society. He moved ahead and followed his own convictions. Not only did he rise to become an esteemed professor, but also went on to hold responsible positions in the university. Surendra Singh Sangwan was born on 3rd October 1952 in the village known as Nilothi in the Rohtak district of Haryana, North India. He lost his eyesight at the age of 7 due to retinal detachment. Initially, his family was traumatized and filled with grief, but gradually they geared up to prepare the child for his life of dignity. Little Surendra had discontinued his schooling in his native village for 4 years after losing his eyesight. He resumed his studies when he was 11 years old, joining the residential government school for the blind, Panipat, Haryana. His father was the headmaster of the government school, and he found at home a conducive atmosphere for his studies and his overall growth. Childhood years are the most formative ones of a person's life, and positive vibes that this intelligent child received from his entire family in his early years went a long way towards fostering his self-esteem and career. Even today, he recalls the faith his grandfather reposed on his capabilities when he was very young. In those days, schools for a blind encouraged the students to focus on music and crafts only. Surendra silently rebelled against these stereotypes. This strong reaction implanted in his mind a desire to excel in other fields and to be at par with the best in normal society. He studied at the Panipat Blind School up to standard. Thereafter, he joined government high school in the village. His innate intelligence combined with hard work enabled him to outshine other students. As a result, he found himself on the merit list in matriculation, much of the joy of his well-wishers and others. When he went to seek admission to a college in Hisar for further studies, he found that principal of the college was reluctant to admit him because he felt that a visually challenged student would place extra burden and responsibilities on the college. It was only after Surendra succeeded in convincing the principal that he would himself be responsible for his own safety, mobility, as well as for his studies that principal agreed to him to give admission. Soon, the teachers and the head of the institution began to revise their opinion as they started recognizing the student's brilliance and capabilities. He graduated by flying colors and was once again on the merit list of Punjab University. Despite the reservations and misgivings of other people, Surendra Sangwan went on to complete his MA in English and topped the university. He had battled against many social prejudices to come thus far in life, but the worst was yet to come. Despite the fact that he stood first in the university, virtually no one was willing to consider him capable of teaching English to college and university students. It was a real challenge to get an opportunity to demonstrate his ability to teach these students. After a lot of struggle, he was appointed to teach on part-time basis at University's Evening College at Rohtak, Haryana, in the year 1975. Here too, he was subjected to close scrutiny before he gained acceptance. It was also after his work was classroom for 16 days continuously by the principal and the head of English department that his joining report was ultimately acceptable. His dynamic performance as a lecturer, the warm response of his students followed by their excellent results soon had a positive impact on management and the staff of the institution. By 1977, he obtained a much deserved permanent appointment through open selection. His deep interest in the subject as well as his desire to strive for something higher motivated him to join MPhil at MD University. In 1978, he was selected as a lecturer at the university's teaching department. With his penchant for learning and imparting knowledge, Sunendra Singh Sagwan rose steadily in his career. In 1986, he submitted his PhD thesis on Ways fiction to Kurukshetra University. This thesis was subsequently published in book form by Lakeside Publishers under the title Hemingway's Fiction. In 1994, he became professor of English and thereby realized his childhood dreams. Thus, Dr. Sangwan was able to live up to famous dictum, "The future belongs to those who believe in their dreams." In the year 1996, he was honored by Kurukshetra University for his outstanding contribution to the teaching field. He had also written a number of research articles. A recent book edited by Professor Sangwan titled The Sounds of Stillness is under publication by the Oxford University Press, India. His commitments at the university as a professor have included not just teaching work but administrative duties as well. Several positions of responsibility have been well discharged by him. For instance, he was the Dean, Faculty of Humanities during 1995 to 1998. Twice he proved to be an efficient head of the department, first from 1996 to 1999 and again from 2002 till date. He has also been the chairperson, Board of Studies, a member of Academic Council and also a member of University Court. As a nominee of Vice Chancellor and expert on his various selection committees, he had played a key role in the selection of many lecturers, readers, professors, and principals. Professor Sangwan has also guided the research work of many scholars both at MPhil and PhD levels. At the personal level, Professor Sangwan has had a meaningful and happy family life. He met Ranjana in 1977 and two got married in 1979. His wife Dr. Ranjana Sangwan holds a PhD in education and is currently working as a senior lecturer, College of Education, Rohtak, Haryana. Their two children have followed the footsteps of their parents for higher learning. The 23-year-old son is studying at the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. Their 18-year-old daughter is doing her MBBS. Having lived a meaningful life, Dr. Sangwan observed that for a blind person, whatever his field of work may be, it is not only his knowledge and efficiency that is important, his personal conduct also plays a very important role in determining the attitude of society towards him. It is his hope that society will start taking a positive approach towards the disabled people, focusing on what a person with disability can do instead of thinking what she or he cannot do.